Hi everyone, today we have a wonderful guest from India with us, Sunil Sathyendra. He is a coach and in India he calls himself a Nima coach, which means your coach. He also does a lot of charity work by writing poems. Please tell us a little bit more about yourself and what you do professionally.
Hi, Amy. Really nice to be on this podcast. Thank you for that introduction. To all listeners and viewers, my name is Sunil Sathyendra. I am a coach, and as Amy rightly put, I'd say I am Nimma coach. In my local language, it's your coach. So I found coaching quite recently, and before that, I've been into a lot of things. I've been into writing for the last, I think, around 12 years. So 1000 plus poems, 100 plus stories, 8 self-published books. Writing was my first love. So in terms of my qualification, I'm an engineer. I have had 8 years of experience working in the software industry, working in the automotive space. Over a period of time, I became more of the people's guy, and people's initiatives really took to me. Right now, I raise funds for charity through my writing, enabling more kids in rural areas to actually get scholarships. As a coach, I enjoy myself. It's been something that's come to me rather than me finding coaching is really very subjective to what the person on the other side says. If you want me to help you in terms of your relationships, then I'm a relationship coach. In terms of wellness, then I'm a wellness coach. In terms of career, then I'm a career coach. All I can tell people is that I'm Nimma coach. I'm your coach.
And please tell us how you got into coaching.
I've been very passionate about people. I've been very passionate about conversations. My basic philosophy in life is that everybody has a story. Some we tell, some we don't tell, some we are yet to write. And there's so much around the space of us as humans that we haven't really explored. We are in an economy where everything and anybody without a certification, is not really given so much of acknowledgement. I found this beautiful organization. They had a program called Develop Leaders, and then I found this course, and after that, I think I fell in love with coaching. It's one place where there's no judgment. I think as a coach, there's so much that you learn about yourself, about the world outside, and then you make an impact. I think that's what got me into coaching.
Oh, that sounds interesting. And what would you say were the biggest struggles thus far for you?
A lot of people think that I'm teaching them. So when I say I'm a coach, so people assume that I'm into teaching, I'm into sharing information. That's one of the biggest problem or biggest challenge for me is that to convince people or to tell people that hey, I'm doing something different. Secondly, a social acceptance of quitting a job and then starting something new, and then be okay with something that's completely volatile. You don't know what's going to happen in the future. There are so many assumptions, so many perceptions, so many biases that we also face as challenges on a daily basis as coaches. I'm not somebody who has a niche, and that's where the Nima coach comes in. And I think even there, that's also a challenge in terms of not having a niche.
Why do you think it is or is not important to have a niche?
So having a niche means that people are able to identify you. So if I know that I have a heart problem, I don't come to somebody who knows only the basics of it. As a coach, we are something like rice. So in India, at least in southern India, there are so many varieties of rice. There are so many things that you can do with rice. It's something that is as basic. We have rasam, you have sambar, you have pulao, you have biryani. You can actually use basically rice to make so many other things. So as a coach, I am what you want me to be in terms of whatever topics that there are. And it doesn't matter what I call myself, what niche there is, what niche I really portray myself on social media to be in.
And what would you recommend for other people that are getting into coaching?
I think the biggest thing is that be curious, because that's important. That's something that makes us innately human. Alice in Wonderland. So you go through one rabbit hole, you drink some potion, and something else happens. You're going on a self journey, self adventure. There's self awareness about some of the things that you like, you don't like, and I think it's about curiosity, commitment, consistency. There are so many aspects around coaching that you get to explore. And I think it's that space where there's nobody telling you what to do, there's no advice, there's no judgment. You can work on your beliefs. You are given control. As a coach, you run the show. You have the power to change your own life, your own destiny. There are many, many instances where people who've who've come with difficult situations have gone out feeling really, really happy. So I just want to inspire you to really try coaching.
What is the best thing that you have learned about yourself while coaching others?
There have been many, many things that I've learned about myself. Some of the limiting beliefs that I have, how to overcome them. Hey, what are my thoughts? What am I thinking currently? The whole self-awareness bit, I think, is been amazing. There are so many things that come out of who you are when you get into coaching. My strengths, the pride I take in my work, my drive, my interest in life.
Wow, that's amazing. And what is something interesting that you have learned about people and the way that they think after starting coaching?
It's a change in terms of the way they think. Little hurdles that they were thinking as big have changed, and they've become little, and that's helped them build better versions of themselves, build confidence. There are so many discoveries that you go along the way that stay with you. I think that's the big discovery.
And what would you tell people that are looking at coaching as an opportunity for self-development?
The only thing that I will try and share my experience of what coaching is, and then I hopefully inspire you to get into trying it yourself. I think, like I said, so coaching stays with you, and coaching is something that you do as an investment, and that investment, the faster you do it, the better it gets. And I think it's also like a ritual. The more you do it, the better you get at it. It's important to understand that coaching is something that requires effort. It's not magic. It requires effort. It requires you to be 100% committed.
Yeah, that's very important for people to remember about that. Thank you so much for these wonderful insights and for your time to be here with us today.
It's been a pleasure to be a part of this podcast. Share space with somebody as wonderful as you are as a coach. And also reach out to people in different parts of the world and share my story of Nimako.
If you want to find out more about Sunil and his charity work and coaching, contact him through his phone number and the email that will be linked below. If you enjoyed the video, click the like button and don't forget to subscribe.